Okay, thank you everyone for coming to the LinearB demo. My name is Yishai and I'm the CTO for LinearB. Can I get a quick show of hands? Who of you is still writing code? Using pull requests or merge requests in their daily work? Great. So I'm going to talk about the time that you're not coding, the non-coding time, how you optimize this, how you ship your code faster, and eventually how you push your PRs faster all the way to production. I'll start with a small piece of data from our research team. LinearB has been looking at, millions of reviews and hundreds of thousands of pull requests across our customer base. And we've seen that when you look at a typical pull request, that cycle of doing code reviews and eventually merging your PR, half of the pull requests are idle. They're not getting any kind of attention from nobody for more than half of their lifespan between pull request up and merge. And if you look at the top third, one of every 3 PRs is idle for 80% of the time. PRs are waiting. They're not really progressing. Even more so, if your PR spans more than 1 day, if you are not able to get it reviewed and merged in a single day, now the chances of spending a lot of time idle are even higher. And this idle time doesn't include non-working hours. So we're not taking into account the night and the weekend, just working hours. Once PRs have started to delay, they will delay longer and review will take longer. And you as a developer will have a much harder time pushing your PR to production and moving on to the next feature. Every developer feels this at heart. We all know. When I'm working on something, I just solved a critical problem. I fixed a crazy bug. I have this amazing feature. The code is ready. I've tested it. I want this to actually ship. I want to make sure that my feature made it. And that is my motivation. But I need other people's help. I need my team, my developers on my team to review my code, do some back and forth until the code is merged and we can deploy it. And everyone else is also busy with a real problem. They're also working on their own code. They're not necessarily all working to push your code forward. So enough for the deck. I want to jump into income LinearB. LinearB is a very simple system that connects to your Git. It could be a GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, other Git provider. We connect to your Jira or other project management system, and we basically get a picture of everything that's going on in the dev process. And for me as a developer, what I care about is pushing my PRs faster. So what LinearB does is identify those signals when something is happening in the PR cycle, identifies who needs to know, and gives the right person a Slack alert or an MS Teams alert with the right context in the right time. Let me show you how this looks in my Slack. You have this smart LinearB bot. We call it WorkerB. And you may have seen our small WorkerB logo or mascot. You can also see it on our booth with some cool stickers. This WorkerB works for you. Identifying that you have something to do, that you can promote something in the process, gives you the right context to make a decision in real time. Let me show you some real examples. I had a PR. My colleague, Avia, approved it. Once they approve my PR, I get an immediate message, and I can I know that it's my turn. I can finish the work, go ahead and merge it, and move on. Before we had WorkerB, we used to send each other Slack messages. Hey, I have a PR, can you take a look? Hey, I gave you a comment, can you take a look? Hey, I approved your PR. All of that goes away. WorkerB does this for us. It does it with a smart sense of when to let me know, what piece of context do I need to really make a decision. Everyone is busy. If someone gave me a comment on my PR, I'm probably already working on my next feature or my next piece of code. And we used to forget, and people had to remind, hey, what's going on with my PR? Everything goes away with WorkerB. You have native snooze capabilities, so I can say, okay, I can't deal with this right now. I'm doing a demo. tell me in 20 minutes. I can basically help the system help me. And look at this additional piece of context here. This is a pull request from yesterday that Ariel is asking me to take a look at. So before worker B, I get a GitHub link. I go over to GitHub. I see a huge PR, a wall of red and green changes. Oh, I'm not going to do this now. I don't have time. Worker B is pushing the context at me so that I can make the decision inline. It's telling me this is going to take you between 7 and 15 minutes. How? Because worker B has already analyzed my way of work. It understands how I review code, and it can tell me that this PR, with that amount of changes and modified files and so on, is going to take me a few minutes. Maybe I can do this before my next meeting. I'm going to just jump and do it. If we scroll back, I probably can find here is a much longer PR that was sent my way. This is something I need to prepare for. This is something I need to make time for. By making the right choice before even moving on to look at the code, I can be more efficient about my work, and I can help Yoav or Avia or Ariel with their work in a more efficient way. The whole idea is to push the context at the developer where they care about it at the time that they can take a step forward. So this really helps, and we see it on our customer base. People starting to use worker B, they lose all their manual Slack messages around this, and they stop forgetting or delaying pull requests. Other items that you can see with worker B are information about checks. Like, oh, I don't have to wait for my CI to tell me what's going on. It tells me that I can now move on because my check has succeeded or maybe failed, and I can go ahead and fix that. If I don't like push, or I want to start my day with a review of what's going on, I have some Slack commands. I can ask worker B to tell me what's on my plate, what's happening with my recent PRs, what is the latest activity on each of those, so I can really see what's going on and not wait for an incoming alert. Now, this really helps me as a developer push my code faster. In some cases, the information needs to make it to the team, not just me as a developer. So worker B also talks with the team. Here's our development channel. This is all production, like our own code, complete dog food. In some cases, the team needs to know that something is going on. For example, this is an alert about a PR that's been stuck in review for 5 days. Okay? But maybe just fine. Maybe someone needs to take a look. Maybe the team lead needs to ask what's going on. The team gets an alert about a delay. The team can set the thresholds. When do I get alerted on what? And now Ron and everyone on the team can basically pick up this pull request and help move it along. Other examples are, we have here a PR that was merged with no review. In some cases, we don't have branch protection rules. This lets the team know some code made it into the repo without being reviewed. We can put a threshold on how many changes in the PR will trigger this. Maybe if it's a one-liner, don't need to let us know. But if it's a large PR, let us know. Maybe we'll do a post merge review. Maybe we'll take a look and see what's going on. So I'll also move to the LinearB dashboard right now. So you've seen how LinearB talks with the developers and helps them with their work. Talks with the team to let them know about delays or problems. You can see some other examples of the same alerts here. But it also gives the team and the team lead or anyone interested in the team a view of how are we doing. This is a metrics and improvement view. A lot of what I talked about is part of the cycle time metrics, where we can measure and show the team, this is how long you're typically working on for every PR, spending in coding. Developer begins to code before a PR is up. Pickup is how long do we typically wait from when the PR was created until someone started to review it. And you can see that in LinearB, this is our own data. On average, we wait 19 hours for someone to start a review. We can do better, right? No need to wait 19 hours on average to start reviewing something. So this definitely is a place where we can improve. And I can click in, drill down, and see the actual branches and PRs. Each of them, how long did we wait? How long was it stuck in each cycle? So looking at our dashboard, those metrics, we can use them in a retro or an ongoing conversation, or the team lead can talk with people. How can we improve? How can we drive down pickup time so that our work is much more effective? How can we be more effective in review? Is this something that only happened in the current sprint, or maybe it's a trend? How are we doing over time? You can see that we had a special quality day sprint with a completely different cycle. We spend more time in review and more time deploying because these were fundamental changes and refactors. So giving this visibility to the team, first of all the developer, then the team, to understand how are we doing, how can we improve, is crucial to improving. You can't really improve what you can't measure. Finally, for people that are really interested in researching how are we doing, maybe a dev org or a group, we can look at all the metrics around our cycle time, around our quality of work, throughput, and so on, across any time range, and basically use this as a system to take on some data-driven KPIs in our dev org. Let's drive the entire dev org to be more effective around the PR cycle time, around our quality, and these metrics will help me as a manager or as an interested member of the team improve. Thank you. Questions? So we will share the deck, but I will also want to show you the drill down. Sure. Our activities view is basically a grid of all the PRs, branches, all the activity. We can slice and dice it in any which way we like and take some screenshots. We are working on a new solution, a new free forever tool for developers everywhere. Go to our Fix PRs link to get early access. We're starting to roll this out. This is for every developer in every org. Minimal setup, just help you with your PRs. And you can also sign up for our free forever commercial offering at AppLinearB.io. You can get starting today. It's completely free for developer teams of up to 8 people. Everything you've seen is already available there. And our Fix PR solution is even easier for developers to get started with. Thank you, everyone.